affiliates.
Join Daryl McCance and Yvette Walker each Tuesday at 4 p.m. on ABC News Radio, KMET, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show highlights successful businesses and individuals behind them. Daryl and Yvette interview the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. on KMET AM, FM, and Internet KMET TV.
Welcome to KMET 1490 AM ABC News Radio and the Southern California Business Report, a show dedicated to highlighting successful Southern California businesses and the people behind them, with Daryl McCance and Yvette Walker. And now, here's Daryl and Yvette.
Thank you for joining the Southern California Business Report on ABC News and Talks, KMET 1490 AM, 98.1 FM, and KMET TV with Yvette Walker and myself, Daryl McCance. We are live blasting our signal from the center of Southern California, Inland Empire, Orange County, the greater LA area to our west, the Desert Empire to our east, all the way to Arizona, Temecula Valley, all the way through Riverside, all the way to San Diego to our south, our mountain communities, the upper desert, all the way to Nevada state line. Get us crystal clear live worldwide by going on to Google Play or Apple App Store and downloading the free KMET smartphone app today. We focus each week on successful businesses in Southern California and the people behind them. Today's show focuses on the business and secrets of Southern California's health and fitness sector. Before we begin today, a special thank you to our team, Mitch, Bill, Sean at the station, and our amazing advisory group, UCI School of Business, Bill Morris, Jay Kaplan, catch his show every Friday at 3 p.m., Camila Rubio, Diana Cavallo, and James Carvin. Special thanks to last week's guest, Andy Johnson from Wildlife Defenders. Since 1947, protecting the beautiful local sea otters and all the marine life, working closely with the Long Beach Aquarium, SeaWorld, and all of the beautiful habitats along our Southern California coast. And, as customary, Yvette Walker will introduce this week's special guest. Yvette, the microphone is all yours.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much, Daryl. I am so excited and happy to introduce to our listeners and viewers today to Michelle Bell. Michelle is the owner of Pedal Spin and Strength Studios and has been rocking that lead bike and building a fitness community of professionals and keeping people healthy mentally and physically since 2008. Michelle partnered up with her sister-in-law, Cindy, and opened 2 boutique studios dedicated to spin classes. And over the years, Pedal expanded to 8 studios in smaller communities where they were able to grow teams, learn what works and what doesn't to make changes to move forward and do their best. Over the last 13 years, Pedal has grown to a multi-million-dollar woman-owned business and has made a significant impact in our communities. Michelle has expanded her current studio in Rancho Cucamonga and are now rockin' classes outside and inside. They have thrived during the pandemic by supporting the community they love. Their mission has been to help clients see results through various training and nutrition, and it's working and so rewarding. Pedal Spin and Strength Studios offers a variety of classes in their studios: spin, boxing, TRX, GroupFIT classes, Pilates, reformer, and nutrition coaching and accountability. Michelle holds many certifications, but spinning is her first love. Michelle represents the WBFF, which is the World Beauty Fitness Fashion, as a pro fitness model and competes annually because she loves having a goal to crush. WBFF is like Victoria's Secret fashion show with muscles. It's so fun. Through Michelle's own fitness and weight loss journey, she was inspired to become a certified nutrition coach and has been able to talk about nutrition and balancing blood sugars to reach her clients' goals. She is certified through Venice Nutrition and mentored by health expert and author of New York Times bestselling book, Mark MacDonald. Michelle has had some amazing opportunities throughout the years, and most recently has been creating content online for events and traveled to Europe with the Vibe Tribe and created spin classes for Udaya Yoga and fitness app, over 400 minutes of content for their online platform. Michelle is the creator of pedal on-demand classes for their VIP app, kickboxing online trainer for Dominate app, alongside other fitness professionals globally. Michelle's passion has always been to make people feel the best about themselves, and she gets to do this daily through fitness and nutrition to empower women and men to feel their best, to bust through plateaus mentally and physically, and live long, happy lives. Thank you so much for being with us today, Michelle.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Wow, I'm already intimidated. I haven't even lifted a feather yet.
Oh man, that was a workout. That was exciting.
So you know the format, and what we want to do right off the bat, we're excited to talk about the things that are happening right now, and we're going to pull secrets out of you, successes out of you, and opportunities that you see right in front of us. But let's go down memory lane. Let's share with the listeners how you go back as far as you want. Doesn't matter. How is it that you kind of got your hands around this fitness and ultimately, we'll get to it, but ultimately building a facility and putting the right people in place to deliver an amazing program, product, service for your clients. When did you start? And let's just kind of go back in time and bring everybody right up current.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you for having me very much. I enjoy speaking to you guys. And gosh, I say at a young age, I knew I always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I always wanted to do something. In grade school, I was always hustling friendship bracelets, trying to sell them for a quarter, taking orders. So I knew I always wanted to do something. But at age 17, I'd say that's kind of when I felt like I kind of went into the professional world. Estee Lauder, I started working for them at a young age. And I remember I had to get special permission to work for them because I was young at the time. And I just really enjoyed it. I worked with people 20, 30 years, my senior. And it was just a great experience, just working with all age groups, selling products. I was only 17. I was selling $150 face creams to people, and I was successful at it. So I just knew then, like, I love sales. I love talking to people. And that kind of, down the years, I became an esthetician, was successful at that. And, I moved to California in my early 20s to become a rock star.
Nice.
Good.
To do that, and still continue to do makeup, and had some amazing opportunities, and worked in the film with very well known celebrities, and had really great things. But I still had something else I wanted to do. And I met my husband, and he lived here in the Inland Empire area. Moved out here, and I started taking spin classes at one of those big box gyms. And a few years prior, I got into spinning and lost a lot of weight back home in Chicago, where I was from, and just fell in love with it. So when I moved out here to Rancho Cucamonga, I could never get a bike at the gym. It was always packed. I'm like, okay, they're onto something here, but this can be done better, And at that time, there was no boutique gyms around. It was only the mass gyms. So I felt like we were kind of the pioneers in that. There was a few boutique studios in New York that I would follow. But I'm like, okay, this can be done better, under lights and music, and have a DJ come, where it's really kind of like a dance club, but you're really working out.
Right.
Talked to my husband into, helping me out with that and building it. And my sister-in-law, my business partner, she's actually an accountant by day, and I took her to her first spin class, and she threw up, and
Oh, no.
somehow I talked her into doing it with me. So we decided to open 2 studios. One, she lives in LA, so hers in LA and mine in Rancho, in that same year in 2008. And my husband designed our studios for us, and that's kind of what was the start of it.
That's great. Yeah, the fact that you have the greater Los Angeles area and the Inland Empire and all of the surrounding communities, mountain communities, we talked before we went on air, that it's amazing with the average commute time in Southern California of an hour, 20 minutes each way. People might wake up in LA County and end up, out in Rancho Cucamonga, or wake up in the Palm Springs and end up in Rancho or LA studios. It's just, people are going all different directions. So Yvette and I are always talking about how Southern California has really become one wonderful community with all these little neighborhoods.
Yes.
In the past, it used to be way over there and way over there, but the cars are going faster, everything's more comfortable, and there's just these big commutes. So I think the fact that you are serving the greater Los Angeles area and the entire Inland Empire, and you said you even had people coming in from Palm Desert, Palm Springs, La Quinta, Rancho Mirage, all the rest of them coming in. They get in a bus and drive out to your studio. That is classic.
To the 210. So if you go down the 210, you can go to Palm Springs. We had a studio there for a few years, all the way out to LA. So if you every hour now, studio at one point.
Very
so now
nice.
you guys have got to figure it out. Now you got the key locations where it's just you're at the intersection of the 15, the 10, the 210, on and on and on, and so no, that is absolutely amazing. So let's talk a little bit about Brandon.
Okay.
Before we get too much further in here, I understand you shared with Yvette Walker and I that you put him to work. And what exactly did you talk him into?
Well, I'm very fortunate, or we're very fortunate. His background's in construction, and he has such a good eye for detail. So, he designed all of our studios, and, over the years after each studio, it just keeps on getting better and better, his design. And he decided to leave and just kind of close his doors in his company a few years ago. So he kind of came full force with me. And that's kind of really when we really grew in Rancho Cucamonga, I'd say, and when we really started evolving, adding more strength classes. He really kind of took that under his belt. And then with our, latest studio, he's always looked, at just how Europe has always been a few years ahead as far as like, style and design. So he really researched, and the way our studio looks now in our new expanded 6,000 square foot space, it's very, it just wows you when you walk in. It doesn't look like your typical gym. So he's been very pivotal to our growth, and I'm very thankful. It's cool to work with your husband too.
That's wonderful.
So you're going to keep him. You're telling me you're going to keep him for future expansions. Okay.
There you go. Yes. So Michelle, can you walk us through and our listeners through what, someone can expect as they walk through your doors in anticipation of a spin class? So here I am, I'm trying to get healthy, maybe lose some weight, set some goals and crush them, as you mentioned. What can I expect as I walk in those doors? Please paint the picture for us.
Yes. Well, we know, and we've all been there. We've walked into places where you're just super intimidated. It's so much effort, it takes 90% effort just to walk in. That's the hardest part, really. And once you show up, we're going to take care of you. So we understand that a lot of people are intimidated to just start their fitness journey, So I think that's what we really pride ourselves in, that everyone feels welcome. Doesn't matter, what size they are, what fitness, if they've ever done fitness, if they never have, it's really important to me that everyone feels welcome and cared for. So first off, you'll get an awesome, greeting, and we'll definitely give you a tour of the studio, but we set you up on your bike so you feel comfortable. We really take that intimidation factor out of it. Our team, we really, spend a lot of time with our team so they understand that as well. So it's really that white glove service when you come in. It's going to feel very boutique. You're not just going to give us our name and walk into a room. We're going to walk you to your bike, take care of you, and introduce you to the instructor, make sure you're going to have a great experience. And then from there, I feel like we get people in the door with the spin, but then once they're in for spin, there's so many other things, then once they go through the studio, they see, our reformer studio, which are custom Pilates machines. Maybe they see a battle ropes class going on, or boxing, and we designed it that way. So when they walk to the restroom, or before our studio was outside, they'd have to walk back to the spin room. You'd see all the different classes that were going on. So they were like, okay,
how fun.
So
it's built-in marketing, right? I love it.
We're inside studio and the outside studio.
Very nice.
For those that are just tuning in, we're here with Michelle Bell, owner, founder of Pedal Spin and Strength Studios. And I have watched, I can't even imagine how many people walk out of your studio. And what's weird is they walk in smiling and happy. And what fascinates me is that they walk out smiling and happy. Okay. Because I was going to volunteer myself, you have a modeling background. I thought I could offer myself up as kind of like as a before picture, and we can offer Yvette up as an after picture. Okay. So you can say, when people go to pedal, here's how it starts.
Okay.
But seriously,
that's a great meme. That'll make a great meme, Daryl. I like that.
Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, I'll be the before picture. But the thing is, you're a people person, and I know of you by reputation. I know of you by your clients. And, as you said, everybody, when you walk in a gym, everybody tries to pretend like they know what they're doing. And almost nobody does. You've dedicated your life to really, knowing what you need to do, motivating people, making them feel comfortable. You've created this amazing, unique space. And I was thinking about it before you came on. When somebody can go buy an airplane, somebody can fly, get a little seat in an airplane, or they can go first class. And basically what you've got is just a first class operation where, people don't have to buy the airplane. You've got all the support people there to because it's a marathon. You don't want somebody to get involved and then fail. You obviously are building these connections, these relationships, given, like you said, the white glove service, because you want them to get on. Because the next question, which I just for the life of me, you see so many people joining these facilities, and then they never go back. I've got 15 memberships in my pocket right now, and I haven't lost a pound. So, but on a serious note, how do you keep these clients engaged? And I would just watch them come back, and like I said, they would show up, they would go in there and just have a ball, and they would come out soaking wet and with ear to ear smiles, and it was like they couldn't wait to come back. Talk, how is it you've managed to do that? That's magic.
Yeah, well, thank you. A few things. First, I'd say our team. There's no I in team. Like, we have such an amazing team, and we really handpick everyone and just really look for personalities. At the end of the day, I can teach you how to teach a class, or I can get you certified, but I can't change your personalities. So I hire people for their personality, that they have. When I started, I was not a fitness professional. I was just really nice to people. And so 13 years later, it's, we've been a success, but, so anyways, I really choose people for their personality. We have a great team. I feel like clients keep on coming back because of the way they feel. They feel like they're noticed. I think of us like the Disneyland for adults. We've really created an outdoor and indoor playground, for people to feel their best, to feel mentally fit. I think in this past year, that's become very important, and people have seen the importance of that, not only physically fit, but there's a lot of transformations that are done here. I think when you're feeling your best, you're working hard, you're seeing success, that spills in all areas of your life. So I feel like that's what people get when they come here. Also, we usually get them in with an intro package, so they come in for an intro package, but it's really up to us to wow them, to keep them after that 2-week intro package. So we really work hard to do that. When you walk into the studio, it kind of sells itself at first, because you walk in, you're like, whoa, you really don't see anything else, like that. It's really beautiful in there with the lighting. It makes everything look good. The lighting, it really sets the tone when you come in, and just the design of it. But then, after that intro package is done, we really, we want to keep them coming. So our retention is really good. Also, we're always changing things up, especially at our outside studio. Like, we're always throwing some new toys in the mix, buying new equipment every quarter. We just expanded our turf outside so we can have more people in, because our classes are getting really busy. Last year when we started our studio outside, we only had 20 bikes. Now we have 50. So we really
there's another secret, Yvette. Another secret.
Yes.
They've doubled in size.
Yes.
And as you said, when you first started your journey, we can all relate. You walk in and there's no equipment, or you're waiting for somebody, and it's kind of awkward, and you don't want to step on somebody else's time. You don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, but you kind of got to hover around, and you've just kind of removed all that awkwardness. And you have a system where people walk in the door, you walk them right to where they need to be. Nobody feels awkward. No one's trying to figure out, how does this thing work? And
I never want my front desk sitting down either. I'm like, we're selling energy. We want people to feel energy. So if you're sitting down, you're like, what's your name?
Right.
You're like, how excited are you to take that class? Not that excited. So I have everyone, I'm like, stand up, so you'll notice no one's ever sitting down when people are coming in. We're always moving around. We have walkie talkies, little earpieces. We're always communicating. I have at least, 4 people on staff plus the instructor, and, some of them are outside, and we're like, person in the white shirt, brand new, make sure you set them up on the bike. we have a whole operation that we're fine tuning every day as we continue to grow to make
Oh,
it.
that's wonderful. And one of the things that stood out to me in our conversation is the distinction that you make for your clients. You know, we talked about membership versus clients, and you were very specific and clear about what that meant to you and how that has impacted, you know, the success of what it is that you're doing. And as we all know, it's always about those details. So tell us a little bit about how you make that distinction between memberships and clients that you serve.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have like, membership series per se, but I just cringe. You guys laughed about cringed at the word members, they're clients.
Right.
So think of when you go to like a 5-star hotel, how the concierge, they do just that white glove service, or there's, maybe nothing wrong, but maybe a not so high ranking hotel, there's a clear distinct difference. So we want to be that top. So, that white glove service, even though people have been spending with us for 13 years, we still walk over and set them up on their bike. We know they probably know how to do it, but just set attention. So yeah, that's super important. Always, re-earning everyone's trust, because as soon as you take something for granted, or people are going to come in, they want something fresh and new. They want to feel like a new person. They want to feel like they're being seen and not like old news. So we always are re-earning people's trust and just why they're here at the studio.
Absolutely. And I imagine that a lot of that is tied into the nutrition portion of that. As a client, I'm guessing you help them reach their goals, set new ones and track their progress alongside them as well.
Yes, absolutely. I've learned so much about nutrition. When I opened the studio in 2008, I would teach like 14 classes a week and go over to the Del Taco.
Oh, wow. You earned it.
So much, and I didn't know anything. And, fast forward 2 children later, I mean, people that have been spending with us for a while, they've seen my journey. I've been I've gained over 65 pounds, tipped the scale over 200 pounds, twice, with just being pregnant, which happens, but it just does take work to get that, back off. So I've kind of been up and down and started into fitness competing and just really been mentored by some people that's helped me learn how to eat. So I get really excited. I'm really excited that our studio is really full circle now. That's kind of where we have evolved. So it's a fitness, definitely mental health, but now nutrition, just teaching people how to eat so they can really see the results. And that's really like the cherry on top. Exercise is great, but it's really, you got to get that nutrition right to really see the results of, all your hard work. So I get really excited about that. We do free consultations for people. We have an in-body test that really kind of breaks down how much fat, how much muscle, just what's going on in their body, so we can really give them a roadmap to their results. So I enjoy it.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And we're going to dig deep into those details on all your specific, Yvette Walker had mentioned the spin, the boxing, the TRX, the GroupFIT classes, the Pilates, the nutrition and coaching, which you just touched on, and then the whole accountability component to it, and how you've been able to really get the clients excited and stay on course. But I want you to just go a little deeper on this environment, because I've seen it firsthand, and it catches you off guard, because this is, as you said, it's a boutique. It's the white glove, like you walk into a great restaurant or a great hotel, great restaurant. You took the words right out of my mouth. But when the door opens, it's just action in there. I mean, it is just action. You got that, the sound under control, which people just don't understand the importance of sound. You have the lighting under control. And as you said, you have that personal attention under control. Talk a little bit about the music piece, because I know that's important to you. And let's just kind of talk about the lighting and the music, and then we'll go deep into some of these amazing success stories and what the individual offerings are doing for your clients.
Yes, of course. Yeah, music. I mean, that's near dear to my heart. That's what got me to Hollywood, to California. So music. We have the best sound system, the best state of the art lighting that moves with the music and just kind of creates the overall experience. And that's key to it. You can get cardio anywhere. You can work out anywhere. There's so many box gyms and now so many boutique studios around. But what makes us different is that it's a whole experience. And that's what people are coming for. They just don't feel like they're at the gym working out. It's way more than that. So yeah, the music plays a big role. We actually have a resident DJ that comes in and spins for our classes. We do pedal parties. We just had a big pedal summer kickoff last Friday with her. So we try to do it about once or twice a month. month. But as with all my friends, I talk them into being spin instructors. So she's one of our spin instructors as well. So we do have a resident DJ that's weekly on the schedule, and just music plays a big role. So we have different, themed classes that we know people like, so they know exactly what, music they're going into. But yeah, all of our instructors, they really we really fine tune our classes and our playlists and our movements so it makes sense. It has structure. There's an end goal at the end, and people feel that flow throughout the class.
Yeah, you have it all synchronized. It's almost kind of like it's almost kind of a choreographed, where you make it so easy, for the clients coming in. For them, it's easy. They don't have to do anything, but you've got the whole thing really dialed in.
Right.
And as I said, it's just fun watching the people smiling going in, smiling going out, just completely drenched, and that especially the pedal, it's old fashioned work. They get on there and that's something.
It's true. There's only 3 hand positions, so really, people, and that, I think the music helps taking the intimidation factor out of it too. It's usually nice and dark when you're in the studio as well, so not the attention's not on you. No one knows how hard you're working, so a lot of beginners feel really comfortable starting with spin at the studio too.
And Yvette mentioned that you have, just real quickly before we go to break, and then we're going to come back, as I said, and we're going to really peel the onion and go deep. But just you have people of all genders and ages. Is that true?
Yes. I think our eldest client is 76, I want to say. And they come in as young as about 11 with their mom.
How fun. I love it. I was actually looking at your boxing class because my daughter's been saying, Mom, we have to take boxing.
So, therapy. I tell people, almost the best.
Oh, yes.
Like it's cheaper than therapy.
Very nice.
Yeah, there's just no question. Just the get all those little endorphins going and get the positive mental perspective. Some of your clients that I know, and it's really amazing. Some of them have told me that it is the best part of their week. They don't like it; they love it. I mean, this is like a treat for themselves, and I think you've kind of given a perspective why they feel like that. They come in, like you said, it's like when you walk into, a 5-star hotel or a 5-star restaurant, and you're going to be greeted. There's nothing awkward about it. You guys have a plan, and you have the accountability piece. So no, Yvette and I are so excited about your success. This program focuses on Southern California businesses that are succeeding. And not only are you surviving, but you're thriving. And you're talking about expansions and doubling the number of this and doubling the number of that. And now you have, as you said, the complete circle, where everything from nutrition to a customized exercise fitness program. Even though you have a bias and a passion for that bike, I'm trying to figure out if I can talk you into getting a bike where I can put a little motor to the side to make it easy for me, because I know that they're getting incredible results, but they're working for it. Nothing is for nothing, right? So, but you've just made it where it's very attainable and well thought out. So that's all you can ask for. So we will be back momentarily. We're going to go to break, and then when we come back, we're going to go deep, much, much deeper into what does it mean to spin, going into the boxing, the TRX, the GroupFIT classes, Pilates, nutrition, coaching, and accountability. So get ready. We're getting ready to go into summer, and this is the most wonderful person we could have on right now, especially after what we've been through and most recently. So Michelle Bell with Spin Pedal. We'll be right back.
The University of La Verne is rated first in California for alumni satisfaction. Learn more about accelerated programs offered online and on campus in La Verne, Irvine, Ontario, Burbank, or College of the Canyons. Visit go.laverne.edu. The University of La Verne. go.laverne.edu.
Join Daryl McCance and Yvette Walker each Tuesday at 4 p.m. on ABC News Radio, KMET, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show highlights successful businesses and individuals behind them. Daryl and Yvette interview the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. on KMET AM, FM, and Internet KMET TV.
Take KMET 1490 AM with you everywhere you go by downloading our free smartphone apps found on the KMET website, KMET1490am.com. You can also go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store on your phone to download the free app. Now you can listen live or play any of your favorite programmers' podcasts using your smartphone. Go to KMET1490am.com and download your free phone app today.
Being sued and don't know who to turn to? The insurance company won't defend you and your family in a lawsuit? Stress no more. Call the Walker Law Group. We are the law on your side. Just call 909-989-3200. 909-989-3200.
Ontario International Airport is on to a better way to fly with over 65 daily nonstop flights to more than 20 major destinations and the easiest airport experience in Southern California. Visit flyonto.com/Ontario to learn more about Ontario International Airport today.
Welcome back to the Southern California Business Report. Thanks for joining. We are here with Michelle Bell, owner of Pedal Spin and Strength Studios, and she's talking about all kinds of things, and her passion is spin, and then followed by boxing and TRX and GroupFIT classes and Pilates and nutrition coaching and accountability. So let's really give the listeners a real insight on spin, because you'd be surprised how much I don't know about it. So I'm assuming there's somebody other than me, other than I know. It looks easy, but I've heard it from some folks that, you know, you can really get those things to help you get in shape real fast. So take it from there, Michelle. Tell us about what kind of equipment that you're particularly excited about.
Yes. So we have, top of the line Schwinn bikes actually here, brand new ones with computer monitors, which are really cool. That kind of show like how many miles you're riding, how much power, how much speed you have, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, our bikes, there's 3 hand positions. Handlebars is the safest bike you can go on, honestly. So we have people clip in, they get a better experience for sure. But really what's cool about spinning is that you can be a beginner or an expert, because if you're a beginner, it really takes the intimidation out of it, because no one knows how hard you're working. There's a little red knob, you turn to the right, it's going to make it harder. You turn to the left, it's going to make it easier. So no one knows what gear you're on. Everybody's which is kind of cool. But, with the spin class, we usually pedal to the beat of the music unless there's a specific class as far as like power and sprints and climbs. So as you add that gear, it adds more power. And then depending on what class the instructor is teaching, maybe you're doing more speed, maybe you're doing more hill climbs, and you're in and out of the saddle. And that's basically it. So it's really safe on the knees and non-impact, low impact, but great for building, leg strength, quads, hamstrings, glutes, of course. And then overall, you're going to burn like a heck of a lot of calories. So any, 45-minute spin class, you're burning anywhere from about, 400, about 700 calories, depending on how hard you're working.
Wow.
Yeah.
So tell us how, since you're so passionate about it and you have all your certifications, what has it, and you've been so great about sharing your personal experiences, what has it done for you? Because everybody loves to know. That's what's so neat about having you on. You're a real person. You're passionate about your business, and you've seen what these things do for you and what you're doing for the clients. So let's start with you on your favorite subject, which is spin. How has it affected you, and specifically, and then we'll talk about some of your success stories, because everybody knows it works, and it's just, you've already talked about some of the frequency, and I'm sure you get people in where they're nice and comfortable, then organically kind of grow it. So it becomes a marathon, not a little sprint. That's right. And then, so take it from there. Give us some insight on what is a realistic expectation.
Yeah, well, I fell in love with spin at, from a little suburb in Chicago, and started spinning there. Lost about 20, 25 pounds, and I just fell in love with it. So fast forward, now I'm a mama of two. I'm busy. I don't go to the club and dance like I
Yeah.
used to, nor do I have the time. And I just love music. So for me, and for I'd say most women probably my age, you kind of feel like you're at a club, so it satisfies two things for me that I really love. I love music. I love to dance. I love to just be on the beat of the music. So I honestly feel like I'm dancing on the pedals. So selfishly, that's why I really love spin. I feel like I'm in a club, especially the way that we've designed the studio. And I think that's really been pivotal to our growth, because when people come into our studios, they feel like they're in the club and they're not at a gym. So selfishly, I've designed the studio, or I've had my husband's designed the studio the way that, I just really feel like I'm somewhere,
That's brilliant. Yep.
yeah, somewhere special. So for one, that, and then two, it's really made me the healthiest I've ever been, and really to lead a healthy lifestyle. My first love was spin, and that's how I really started getting into fitness. And then from there, it kind of grew. And I'd say that's how it is for all of our clients. They come in, spinning first, because that's the most comfortable thing to do, where you can, there's more people in the class, and then from there you kind of branch out. And that's kind of what I've done too. I fell in love with strength training. That's how I started getting into fitness competitions. Strength training, with my husband, he coaches me. So strength training with that, spinning, and then all of a sudden boxing, that's the best therapy you can get with everything we've gone through in the
Yes.
last year. It's such an amazing release for so many people here. And we have so many different boxing stations at our studio. Outside, we have towers that you can do a lot of kickboxing on. And then inside we have box masters. So it really shows people how to punch, how to jab, how to cross. And then we have big aqua bags there too. So the aqua bags are full of 250 pounds of water. So each thing that you hit for the boxing, it gives a different feel to how you do it. So we're always changing it up for our clients, so it's not stale or the same or stagnant. But that's kind of how my love for spin, it started there. And it's just really give me the confidence to branch out to do other things.
I love it. I love it. And I know that you interact with all of your clients and you're super engaged, and, it's dripping off you. You have this amazing energy, and I can't wait to go in there to go boxing too, by the way. Can you share with us, maybe a story of a particular client that was able to maybe translate goal setting and, breaking through plateaus outside of the pedal spin and strength studios, how they were able to take those principles that they learn within your studio and maybe apply them into their everyday life, into their career, their home life. Can you share a little bit about, the things that you've seen with your clients over the years?
Yes, gosh, there's so many of them. So many clients have just, once you get the nutrition in and the strength and the cardio, just all of those little puzzle pieces, once you get them together, they really make a big, impact. So I definitely say, like, we have a lot of couples, married couples, people that I just feel like they've shared with us, like their marriage is stronger because they work out together. They found a place where the husband can lift and the wife can do cardio or whatnot. They can do something together. So I do feel like, that's just a few different scenarios. Another gal, she's on TV. She's a reporter, and I've had the honor to train her, this past, year and a half, at the studios, and then also through Zoom at the studios. So we've been doing it through Zoom because she hasn't been able to leave her house, and she's lost like 35 pounds.
Oh my goodness.
19% body fat in a year.
Wow.
And for like what she shared with me, just the confidence that's brought her to be on air, to be on TV, to go into that boardroom where she's the only female with 30 other professionals, and just to rock it. So I feel like, once you have somebody that really believes in you, and that's showing you that they see how hard you're working, it really, it makes you work harder. And just that accountability too, that coaching, I think that we offer, that personal one-on-one, when people want it and when they're ready for it, once they accept that, they really grab hold to the whole circle, and that really, that confidence that they get from seeing those results spill in all areas of their life. So we've seen a lot of stories. There's so many of them, but my one client that I've been coaching for the last year, those results are crazy. I'm very happy for her.
That is remarkable for sure.
I mentioned, or I didn't mention, but we've recently had some people, one that's a head of surgery at City of Hope, And you heard us mention Bill Morse at the
Yeah.
beginning of the show from UCI School of Business. They both came from New York, and we have warned them that they're not allowed to go back. They can visit, but they're not allowed to go back. Okay, now you have arrived here from Chicago. You are now a little secret of Southern California, so you can go back and visit, but you can only stay for a little bit. Okay, we are so excited. For those that just tuned in, we are here with Michelle Bell, the owner of Pedal Spin and Strength Studios. They're covering the Inland Empire, which is a huge area, and they've got the greater LA area covered. And as people are traveling back and forth, commuting, the car is king in Southern California, and people are averaging about an hour, 20 minutes each way to work, and of course enjoying radio. That's why radio is king. So the radio and the car are married, and we're so excited to have Michelle here. And her passion is spin, so we keep torturing her with questions about spin. And she has volunteered another passion, which is boxing. Tell us a little bit about TRX.
Yeah, so TRX is, it's a full body strength training. If you walk into our studio, you'll see these straps hanging from the ceiling, and that's what it is. It's basically using your own body weight. And your body weight is your resistance. So it's really cool. So for, brand new people, you don't have to, you can keep it, for your body and for your own strength. You can stand straight up and just have a little slant and do a little bit of a row. Someone that's more experienced, they can go all the way back. So really depending on what level you're at, you can make it really easy or really hard and build up to your strength as you get stronger. So it's a full body workout. We really, sometimes you throw some weights in the mix and different stuff to kind of stylize the class, but TRX is, it's great. It's good for her whole body core strength, and especially if you're just getting into strength training.
Good, yeah, because I'm overweight. I'm a mess, So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to say, move everything aside. I want some TRX. I understand that that's good for a beginner, and then you'll have to go get me a teeter tot. I think I do real good on a teeter tot. Put Yvette on one end, I'm on the other. And I'll about that competition. Okay, now talk to me about GroupFIT classes. What's happening with GroupFIT?
Yeah, so GroupFIT, we give, our instructors a lot of freedom, I'd say. There's no cookie cutter classes at our studio. That's one thing that kind of sets us apart. A lot of studios, especially franchises, we're not a franchise, but every time you go into a class, you know exactly what you're getting. There's a structure. With ours, we don't give the instructor's structure per se, but they see who's in their class and they design the class fitting for that, for a beginner or for the expert. But we use a lot of different weights. We use like sandbags. Sometimes we'll have benches, just different stuff depending on what kind of class. Battle ropes, we'll throw that in there as well. So GroupFIT is really a variety. It's not just a specific exercise. We're just doing a mix of different modalities to get that 45-minute good burn.
Okay, now let's go on to Pilates. What's happening with Pilates?
Yeah, so Pilates, I'm excited about Pilates. Our Pilates studio is formerly in Claremont. We were there for about 10 years, and we now just moved, since the Rancho Cucamonga studio is booming, we moved the Pilates studio over to the Rancho Cucamonga studio, and it's pretty awesome. So we have custom one-of-a-kind reformers. They're about 500 pounds a piece. They're very heavy.
Wow.
So most reformers that you see at Pilates studios, they're more dainty. They're wooden. Ours are huge frames. There's a wounded chair, there's a sliding platform, and a jump board. So most reformers don't have all three of those on the reformer, and ours does. So it's really cool. So we get guys in there, we get women in there, but it's a really Pilates-inspired workout, but it's a circuit workout. So you're really hitting every body part on that. But the cool thing about Pilates that I like is I wish I had more time to do more of it. I try to get a class in a week. But what it does, where strength training and GroupFIT and TRX is really working those larger muscle groups, the legs, the arms. Pilates really kind of gets all those muscle fibers and works those. So I feel like I'm wearing a corset when I'm done doing Pilates. That's what it does. It's great for, core strength training, to lengthen your muscles and to elongate. So it's good. It's good, just different. So we have a lot of different concepts here.
Oh,
Nice.
I love it. I love it. And do you have clients that go and do a little bit of everything throughout the week or the month? How does that work? Can they do boxing one day and spin the next? And, what do those routines or programs look like?
Yeah. So we have a lot of, we just expanded one of our packages because our top package that we have is all of our elite classes plus our reformer Pilates. And it's a limit of 2 classes per day. But we do have some clients who are like, I do not want to be limited to 2 classes a day.
Oh my, they have a lot of energy.
So we just created a whole new package for that, the
Wow.
really limited, unlimited. So we're just thankful that people want to be at the studio at 4:45 in the morning to take 2 classes, to go to work and come back and hit another class. So yeah, we have packages really, we aim to please. You tell us you want a class time, we're going to work our hardest to make that happen. And same thing with packages to accommodate everybody.
I love it. And as you look forward, okay, so you've been around since 2008. Let's talk about the next 5 or 10 years. Can you give us a little peek of the horizon for pedal studios and strength training?
Yes, well, I feel like throughout, these past 2 years, we've really kind of fine-tuned our studios, what's working, where we really want to invest and grow. And, that's the LA studio and here in Victoria Gardens, Rancho Cucamonga. We keep on investing in the studios, getting more equipment and whatnot. So I have to say, like this past year, we've kind of outgrown our current space. So it's a good problem to have. Super
Yes.
excited. So we're currently looking for a larger location, so we can have, offer classes outside still if that's doable, but then also have the spin classes inside as we move forward. But yeah, we want to keep on opening studios in those thriving areas. We have our eye on another one up the 15. So still in the Inland Empire area where it's really growing. So we're looking to expand and personally, for my husband and I, he's so great at design. So many people always contact us, can you help us design a studio? I feel like that might be something I want to kind of encourage him to go down, because I feel like that's something maybe more in the design concept for studios. And for me and for him, we just really like to mentor our team. We really, like I said, we kind of handpick who's part of our team, and we have a really good team of young people. I feel like at a young age, at 17, I was really mentored by a lot of people I looked up to. And I feel like that's been, really gave me confidence to where I am today. And so I like to pay it forward to do that for our team too. So I really like to mentor and pour into people as well.
Oh,
Well,
that's
we
so
just,
important.
Yvette and I just recently learned that the Inland Empire has the 3rd largest group of millennials in the entire United States.
Okay, there you go.
The home building is out of
That's
control.
awesome.
And, we have obviously our people commuting in from Orange County, LA County, the Desert Empire, the mountains. It's just really fun to watch in the big community of Southern California, seeing all these neighborhoods buzzing around. And so you've given us a real insight as to um, exactly what an individual could expect when they go over to your pedal spin and strength studios. But why do you think you're absolutely when everybody else is just barely surviving, but you're just thriving? I mean, you're going to all new levels. Do you think it's just there's just such a need where people just are not getting that special attention? What do you think it is?
I think so. I think when all the gyms here in the last year were kind of, stripped down and closed, we weren't, we were still open. So a lot of people that maybe wouldn't have experienced us before or would have really looked for a boutique studio did come around. So we were able to really prove ourselves. But I would say it's our attention to detail, we really train our team to look for the things that maybe people don't see, not to look through rose colored glasses, really kind of fine tune. And we're just really detailed at our studio, all the little things. We're always blowing leaves outside. We're detailing those bikes. We roll 45 bikes out there at 4:45 in the morning. We roll them
Wow.
in at 10, and then we roll them back out at 5 o'clock in the evening and roll them back at 9 in the evening. So there's so much that's going on, to our equipment setup that we have. Just I think all the attention to detail, people see that, and they see how hard we're working, all the things that we're offering. Also that client experience that they have. It's not just a cardio workout, it's not just a boxing. We know your name, we know when you're here, we see you. And if it's not the instructor making that connection, it's one of the 4 front desk people that I have at the studio as well. My husband and I are always there. We're always chatting with everybody, so it's just a happy place. I'd say people, there's so much garbage that who knows what's going on in people's lives, but when they come in, it's nice that they can kind of disappear from that and have an hour to themselves and just really feel better mentally and physically. And like once you get those good endorphins going, you're feeling good anyway. So it's
Yes.
just a great experience, and we just really pay attention to those details, and we're always trying to evolve and be ahead of times rather than just sitting back and waiting. We always have our pedal, or we always have our foot on the pedal moving forward.
I love it. Pedal to the metal, right? Keep it going. Keep it moving. I love it.
Yeah, no, there's no question. When I talk to your clients, and you know that Yvette Walker and I are big fans of Lee Cockerell, who was one of the most powerful uh, individuals in the whole entire Disney organization and involved with the Disney Institute and so forth. You do naturally, and the reason I keep picking on you is to let's peel the onion. Why are your clients so tickled when they become a part of your amazing business? And it's simple. You make people matter. People
Yes.
matter. Your employees matter. They walk around with big smiles on their face. Your clients matter. Your equipment matters. The sound matters. The music matters. The lighting matters, and that's being driven by you, okay, and Cindy. And it's our high pleasure to know what you guys have built there. Southern California is benefiting, and you're going to see a lot of growth, and you're helping a lot of people. Because right now, with everything that as a country we've been through, as people feel better about themselves and start to get themselves really physically healthy and nutritionally healthy, it makes their work life easier. It makes, like you said, the husband and wives that you have coming in, they're having a healthier relationship, just bringing everything into a focus. And, a tip of the hat to you. Yvette Walker and I have been so excited about getting you on air, because there's lots of things we can talk about, but you have to start at the foundation, and you're starting at the foundation. How do you feel about yourself? Are you excited? Are you surrounding yourself with quality people? And the impact of music and the impact of sound and lighting, people take that stuff for granted, and it's a big deal. We had a guest on not long ago. His whole life has been dedicated to lighting. He was in the movie industries, traveled the world, and did lighting for major motion pictures and all these things. And and it's fascinating what Yvette and I learned about that. So the fact that you and Brandon are looking at every little detail. You want to make sure the lighting's perfect, the sound's perfect, your clients are being greeted appropriately, that there's a plan for them, that each of these, whether it's spin or Pilates or boxing, that they have a wonderful experience, that they don't have a bad experience, and then they come back, and then you've grown it organically. And then the fact that as I said, in this economic environment, Southern California, to see you expanding and just perfecting your business is just it's what it's all about. It's always an individual and the team that they surround themselves with. So it's great that we've been able to kind of really get to know your team.
Thank
And
you.
and then Yvette mentioned Mark McDonald. Do you want to give a little shout out? Just
Yeah, Mark's awesome. I decided about a year and a half ago to get, finally, I've been coaching people, or a little over a year and a half ago. I've been coaching people just on my own. I'm like, okay, let's get a certification. Let me do some work and research who to go with. And I met Mark, and he's going to be taking me under his wing. He's amazing. And I've just learned so much from him. And another dear friend of mine, the first female Miss Olympia, Mia Finnegan, I met her at our Orange County studio, and she took me under her wing and really mentored me as well. And my husband, and my husband, I mean, he's a businessman, so I always look up to him, and he's honestly been pivotal to our growth here. And
fantastic.
you mentioned something about friends and community, and I think I forgot to mention that when I moved out here, I just wanted to make friends. I'm from the Midwest, so everyone would drive past my house, honk the horn. I had some I didn't know anybody because I was always traveling to LA, so that was a big thing. I wanted to build a community at this studio and make friends. And I always laugh because I always tell people that story, because that's what people have done. And I think it's really important.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. We're going to have to pick that up on YouTube. So for now, everyone, please look for us on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Check us out on scbrtalk.com, and don't forget to download the free live streaming app on Google Play or the Apple App Store. Check out our YouTube channel and download our interview with Andy Johnson, the California representative of Defenders of Wildlife. Andy managed the Monterey Bay Aquarium's pioneering work with California's threatened sea otter population. He's overseen the rescue and care efforts for stranded animals, facilitated field and in-house sea otter research projects, and promoted collaborations within sea otter research and conservation community. His efforts included formulating and advancing legislative and policy reform in support of southern sea otter recovery. Next week, we will have County of San Bernardino's Supervisor Kurt Hagman, who was elected to serve San Bernardino County's 4th District in November of 2014 and was named Chairman of the Board of Supervisors in January 2019. The 4th District includes the cities of Chino Hills, Montclair, Ontario, and the southern portion of Upland. It spans approximately 133 square miles and is home to over 400,000 residents. And did you know that San Bernardino County is the largest county in the world with 20,105 square miles and over 2 million residents? Tune in for an overview and don't miss it, friends. See you next week.
On KMET 1490 AM ABC News Radio, a show dedicated to highlighting successful Southern California businesses and the people behind them. Log on to the show's website and remember to visit the podcast page.